Hi, I'm Jill Wolcott of Jill Wolcott Knits. Welcome to Taming Techniques. These are short videos I do to show you how I do techniques that I use in my patterns. So watch, practice, and then do it yourself. This is going to be a quick lesson on backward knitting. I like to use it when I have few stitches and a big object where it becomes difficult to turn it back and forth every time. So here I have 10 stitches and it's really fast to knit across. Love doing that. And then let's say this was a band I was attaching to the front of a sweater, and I've got my whole sweater, and it becomes just a pain in the neck to have to keep flipping it over. So backward knitting is a great solution, but because knitting is so automatic, you really have to think to make this work. So I'm going to show you quickly how it's done. I'm going to do this primarily using my left hand to throw the yarn. It will look awkward, it is awkward, and this is not a speed trick, it's really a utility trick. So I actually throw the yarn, and I'm throwing it the opposite way that I would normally throw it, because when we're working a knit on the wrong side, what are we doing? Of course, we're purling. So I'm actually executing a purl stitch. And if you look at how my needles are interacting with my stitch, it looks much more like a purl stitch. And I have no idea, I'm sure there are more efficient ways to throw the yarn, but I have no idea how to do them. I had to just kind of find a way to do this. So now I'm knitting back, and I'm going to show you again, and let's talk it through. So you go in with your left needle behind the right needle into the stitch from left to right. And then you bring the yarn over the back needle, which is your left needle, going from back to front. And then you bring the original stitch over the new loop on the left needle and off. So you can see it's not that hard. It's just a matter of thinking through each step. And so if you start thinking about knitting while you're doing this, you'll get yourself all mentally screwed up. So the goal is not only to get back to the beginning so you can do your quick right side row where you use all of your skill, but you want to keep your same tension. So that's why you have to practice this. And remember, it's like a purl row if you're doing stockinette. So, most of us have a little bit of variation in our knit gauge and our purl gauge, but this is definitely something that requires some practice. I am not going to teach you how to do a purl from the right side, because you need to practice this, and then I'll introduce that concept to you. So that's backwards knitting. I love it. It's not fast, but it saves me having to do all of this when I've got something that is bulky. I don't use it just automatically on a few stitches because I can turn it and knit back or purl back faster.